today another pick-me-up message. But before we get into the cards to have a look what God, Spirit, Universe wants us to know right now and what energy we're meant to embody today, there's something that came through so strongly, not only yesterday night, but this morning as well, where God was just like sit down and get these words out. So here I am, and God is really asking us to hold a funeral for our past self. Now this sounds a bit morbid, doesn't it? But it's more about just making space, be in stillness, and reflect on the past versions that you were, that no longer resonate, but just recognizing that each and every single past version of you had its purpose in order for you to be the person that you are now. But it's no longer about like dwelling and like past memories and experiences. Like the past is the past. It's done and dusted. Is that how you say it? But it should not matter anymore what has conspired in the past, because you are here now. This is your new you. And you're at a point you elevated so much in such a short period of time, especially this year, that God is just like, sit down and reflect how far you've come. Because I don't know about you, but I like happen to not do that so often, actually making time to acknowledge what has been happening and how much I've grown. So God is saying, universe, spirit, whatever you believe in, that in this in-between space that we're currently in, where it very much feels like, you know, the calm before the storm. If you watch like past channel messages of mine, you know what I'm talking about. Like this keeps on coming through. Like this is like a calm period before speed and before a lot of things are starting to happen. So right now it's a perfect time to use the space to do some reflection work. So do that. And if that is resonating with you, I also posted a community post earlier. So all along that was just, yeah, a channel that came through like yesterday night that I was just like drawn to put up a letter. So that letter you will find as a community post on my YouTube channel. But with that said, like, oh my gosh, sometimes I even have like problems speaking, because the things that I'm meant to say are coming through so strongly that like my mouth cannot really yeah, it just like, it's not a match for the channel that is coming through. But I hope you got what you needed from it. So I'm sure you have. But with that said, let's get into the fun part and see what spirit, what God, what universe needs us to know right now in this exact moment when you happen to watch it. Like, it's timeless. So whenever you see this video, trust that it is for you. But I know you trust it. So please, spirit, one card. This one. Okay. I love when it's so easy and then we don't have to wait. It's like, oh, so much better. Okay. If you've seen past videos of mine, like this is some that we've already seen, like one that we've already seen. Can you see? It's called The Stone, and that couldn't be more on point with the channel that came through just before I pulled this card, because this is all about us focusing on the inside, reflecting, going within, but not necessarily doing any additional shadow work, because I don't know about you, but we've done that. This is more about going within, reflecting, journaling, like just reminiscing a bit about the past so it can leave once and for all. And something that I personally noticed, and I would love to hear if you've experienced something similar, but when you think about the past versions of you, you feel like you have memory loss. Like you cannot properly remember certain things that happened. Names, for example, or places, it's like all like very foggy. This is actually, and I just recently found out about it, which is like so incredible, but this is a huge sign of you just like collapsing old timelines. The timelines that you were existing on, where you were still like very unaware, had to go through your lessons, like, like we've been through it. We've been through it these past couple of years. But this is just a sign, if you cannot really recall what has happened to you, that these timelines collapse once and for all. And the most beautiful thing is, and that came through as well as a channel, we are on our highest potential timeline now. Really let that sink in. Other people call it like the golden timeline as well. It's just like, it cannot get better than this, okay? So it's just a huge celebration. So the funeral that you're meant to hold for yourself, it's basically just a celebration of saying thanks, giving gratitude for all the past versions of you that led you here now, because it's only going up from here. It's only going up from here. But the stone is also just like reminding us to just be inside, within, like a bit of hermit mode. Like don't put your energy too much out. Stay with yourself and make sure that you give to yourself. But I'm sure you're already doing that. So let's see if there's anything else that wants to come through. But no, not really. Like this also, like this triangle reminds me of just like a home, like a tipi. So this is just another confirmation too. Stay inside. Don't like completely isolate yourself, but make sure that you have your sacred space and that you make time to be with yourself. Okay, with that said, I'm gonna wrap this message up here now. As always, let me know if it resonated, were there some golden nuggets for you in it as well. I know in the first half I kind of like stumbled a lot about yeah, right. Oh my gosh, I stumbled upon my words, how do you say it? Like, English is not my native language, but anyway, like I stumbled upon my words, right? Doesn't matter. Now I'm getting flustered as well, so a lot of energy is moving. Regardless, I know that the message that you were meant to hear was in it. I just hope that it brought you the comfort and the support that you were seeking. And with that said, take care of yourself. And I love you very, very much. Bye-bye. Oh, wow, that was very rocky. I don't know why. This was also like my third take. Because like I'm living with my parents and they were just like making a lot of noises in the background, so that distracted me. And then I was like, no, now's the time. And now I just have a lot of stutters in it, but this is just me showing up unapologetic myself. Take it or leave it. Take it or leave it, honestly. Don't even care anymore.